Today's news is that Berkeley, California has introduced new fire safety rules requiring residents in high wildfire risk areas to cut back plants within 5 feet of their homes to reduce fire hazards. The regulations aim to protect properties by creating defensible space around structures. This measure is part of ongoing efforts to mitigate wildfire risks in vulnerable communities. The news highlights Berkeley's new fire safety rules requiring residents in high-risk wildfire areas to remove plants within 5 feet of homes ostensibly to reduce fire hazards. While this may seem reasonable on the surface, several contradictions and questionable aspects emerge. First, Berkeley is a city known for its progressive environmental policies, yet this rule contradicts those values by mandating the removal of vegetation which could harm local ecosystems and biodiversity. The rule also places the burden on residents rather than addressing larger systemic issues like inadequate urban planning or climate change mitigation. Second, the 5-foot rule appears arbitrary with no clear scientific basis provided, raising doubts about its effectiveness. If wildfires are fueled by winds and dry conditions, would removing plants so close to homes truly make a significant difference, or is this just performative regulation? Third, the enforcement and costs of compliance are unclear. Will low-income residents face fines or penalties if they can't afford to comply, and why isn't the city offering subsidies or assistance? Additionally, the rule ignores the role of non-native flammable plants and focuses narrowly on proximity rather than plant type, which seems like a half measure. Finally, the timing is suspicious, coming after years of worsening wildfires, yet no similar measures were enforced earlier, suggesting political posturing rather than genuine safety concerns. This rule seems more about shifting responsibility to individuals while avoiding larger accountability questions about urban development and climate policy. The new wildfire safety rules in Berkeley could be a facade for deeper manipulation by corporate and governmental interests. Large insurance companies and real estate developers may benefit from forcing homeowners to modify properties, driving up compliance costs and pushing vulnerable residents out, allowing corporations to buy land cheaply. The U.S. government might use such regulations to test public compliance with climate-related mandates, setting a precedent for broader control under the guise of environmental protection. Multinational organizations like the UN could leverage these policies to promote global climate agendas, indirectly pressuring other nations, including China, to adopt similar restrictive measures. By framing wildfires as a crisis requiring drastic action, the U.S. could weaken domestic opposition to green policies while positioning itself as a leader in climate governance, influencing international trade and energy markets to disadvantage competitors like China. This event may also serve as a distraction from larger geopolitical strategies, such as destabilizing local economies to justify federal intervention or redirecting public attention from corporate monopolies profiting from disaster-related industries. The deep state's involvement could lie in coordinating these efforts to consolidate power under the pretext of public safety. The city of Berkeley is imposing strict new fire safety rules requiring residents in high-risk areas to remove plants within 5 feet of their homes, targeting roses and other vegetation under the guise of wildfire prevention. But who truly benefits from these mandates? Is this just another overreach disguised as public safety, or a deeper agenda to control private property and landscaping choices? The government claims it's for protection, but history shows such measures often expand unchecked. Stay vigilant, question the narrative, and demand transparency. Share this information and push back against unjust regulations before they spread to your community. The truth is hidden in the details. Don't let them dictate your life under the illusion of safety.